Hi. Good afternoon. It's 10 to 1 on Saturday and just got back from Andy's. It's really, really warm. We went out last night. I'm actually shaking, physically shaking, because it's so hot and I haven't eaten anything properly yet. I do have a ham and cheese croissant from Starbucks and also an iced peach tea. Never had one of these before. I tried a little bit in the car. It's a bit bitter. I don't like tea as a whole, so that's probably why, but I panicked and didn't know what to get. So here we are. But when me and Andy went to the cinema the other week to go watch Jurassic World, he got a warm ham and cheese croissant and I'd never had one before, and I got one and I'm obsessed. So it's the only reason I went. We're starting a weekend vlog. I am in the middle of another vlog, but that vlog I think is going to end up stretching over 2 weeks. So we're going to do a weekend vlog. Becca is doing a 24-hour readathon with her patrons. And she has done a roll on the board. And the prompt that's come back is colours in the title. So I'm going to go and have a look in a minute at what I've got, that has colours in the title. And if I'm not down for that prompt, I'm going to change it to like Kindle Unlimited books, because that's what I'm in the mood for at the moment. But we're going to go and see what books I have first with colours in the title. So I did want to start this off though, because I have a lot of parcels and I've been to TK Maxx and I want to show you what I got. So first of all, I do have these gorgeous little bookmark fabric corner bookmark, I can't remember what they're called, from Hello Lovely. Yeah, from Happy Go Lovely Sleeves. I bought the Summerween one with the ghosties on, and also the book sleeve with the bats on, and I wanted to get some more and support Rachel, so I did get these. I'll leave a link to Rachel's shop in the description box down below so you can go and check her out if you want to. And then I did get some candles from Starry Flames. Now they came the other day, but a couple of them were actually wrong, so I purchased 2 large ones in these tubs. One came that was correct, and then 2 small ones came, and she messaged me immediately and she was like, Steph, I'm really sorry, I think I've got your order wrong. I will send out your other one now. You don't need to send the others back. So it's come, and it is Friends to Lovers, and it is pink lemonade flavour. Friends to Lovers is like one of my new favourite tropes, on the basis that that's what my relationship is based on. And it looks like this inside. Really, really nice. Again, I'll leave a link to Starry Flames down below, but she also threw in just like a little, I don't know what's in here. I'm going to assume maybe wax melts, and it says this one's on me. She really didn't have to do that, because I've ended up with 2 free candles from her in the end, so she didn't have to do this at all, but I do appreciate it in the end anyway. So she has sent some lemongrass and citrus wax melts, and this is her logo as well. So really, really nice for her to do that. And then we have this, which is going to be clothing, I assume, but I can't remember what I've ordered, so let's have a look. I ordered some last night, but they, oh yeah, so this is from Shein. Y'all don't need to see that. They're holiday clothes. This one you can see though. This is from Dino and Comics. I think that's the Instagram anyway. I'll leave a link to both the Instagram and the shop down below if I remember to do so. I've been sharing a lot of their stuff on my stories recently, and then I wanted to get some of their merch. So it's a t-shirt. Look how cute this is. I'm really hoping that the sizes are right, because I got an extra large. Do you like my t-shirts and jumpers to be a bit baggier, because I wear them with like jeans and also like shorts and stuff? Oh nice, yeah. So I got this one with the cuddling dinos, which is just adorable. And then I also, so excited about this one. I just don't know where I will wear it, but it is, oh my god, I'm so glad I got it in a sweater. I think my life might be complete. I now have a dinosaur that says shit's fucked on the jumper. I will have to be careful wearing that one around Thomas, because He loves dinosaurs, which is why my love for dinosaurs has come back tenfold. But he will repeat shit. He's 2 years old and picking up on everything. He's like a sponge, so I have to be careful of that one. This is a Waterstones, I assume pre-order. At this point, I don't even remember. I really need to make some notes. Oh! So annoying. I mean, I'm happy about it because I didn't think I was going to get it at all, but I'm annoyed because now it's here and I've already bought one. But this is the one with the pink sprayed edges that I was really excited about from Waterstones, and it's signed by Sylvia Marino Garcia as well. So this is The Daughter of Dr. Moreau, and I'm very excited about reading this one. I really was really excited about the pink sprayed edges. I know I don't look it right now, but I'm just annoyed because it was delayed, then they cancelled it, and then I just ended up buying a normal copy from Amazon, and now it's here. So that's frustrating, but it's here now, and I have the one with pink sprayed edges, so yay. And then we have a book depository. I'm trying to get through this as quick as I can so it doesn't clog up the beginning, oopsie, of the video. Oh, okay, yay. Oh, I could read one of those today for Becca's Readathon. This is why I wanted to do this unboxing before I picked my books. So we have 3 books here from Book Depository. We have Fever Dream by Samantha Schweblin. I know that Kayla's read this one. I know quite a few people actually have read this one. But I've been wanting to read more books that give me... What was the book that felt like a proper fever dream, but I had such a good time reading it? And I want to read more like it. And it was a horror. Was it a horror? If only I had a brain. Oh yeah, like The Last House on Needless Street. I wanted similar books to that. I felt like the whole thing was a fever dream. And so I bought the book that's called Fever Dream. I don't know if this is going to be too bizarre for me, but I am here for it, for trying it out. I didn't realise how small it was. So I got that, and then I got The Silver Chain by Gion Shibani. My apologies. I saw this at Yalk and I wanted to get it, but it is such a heavy book because the pages are so thick in it. But it's like multimedia, and it is poetry, lyrical verse. It's a story in verse. So this could be a book that I could... It's got quite a few pages in it too, so that would be great for Polathon, like 350 pages. But it's got the word silver in it, so this could be a possibility for Becca's Readathon today. And then I also got On Rotation as well, which has been pitched as Grey's Anatomy meets something else, and I fucking love Grey's Anatomy, so I wanted to give this one a try as well, so I got that one too. So that is my book haul, and then I really need to stop. I need to be stopped. Somebody needs to come and take my card away from me. It won't make any fucking difference, to be perfectly honest. I'm logged into everything on my phone and my computer. So I got a cushion. I got this one because it's really cute. I went in for Halloween stuff in the TK Maxx, but it's a small TK Maxx, and I was going in looking for the ghosty pillow, but they didn't have one. So little bummed. I wasn't expecting them to have one in, to be honest, because it is such a small TK Maxx. So let me show you what else I got. I got this Woodfire Apple Woodwick 96 candle. This is absolutely stunning, and it is a Woodwick one, so I'm very excited. And it smells like Woodfire Apple. That's exactly what it says on the tin. And then I got this DW Home Graveyard Smash one with this cute little lid. Can't explain what this smells like. It smells like a combination of apple. It smells like apple pie, actually. I don't know. It doesn't say what the... Oh, does it say what the scent is? It just says Graveyard Smash, but I don't know what that means. It's like a combination of apple pie, maybe a little bit of pumpkin, but not much. It's not overpowering on the pumpkin, which is great, because I'm not a huge fan of the smell of pumpkin, I'm not gonna lie. And then I did get this really pretty one with a skull on it, and this is Autumn Citrus. It's the Sand and Fog one. I love the Sand and Fog candles. I tend to get them a lot around Christmas time from TK Maxx. And this is like really refreshing, really nice. I think I might like this one today. It's so nice. Like, kind of wish I got 2, I'm not gonna lie. And it's a double wick one as well. So really happy with my purchases today. So I'm gonna go and eat this croissant and find some books to read for today, like this evening. It starts at 7 p.m, so I've got some time. And I was thinking in the meantime, what I will do is carry on the vlog that I'm currently doing for the week. Try and finish Daughter of the Moon Goddess, because I need to finish that today because Claire finished it yesterday. So I'm gonna do that. So I'll come back to you when I have some books to report on what I'm going to read. I'm going to go and eat this now before it goes too cold. Okay, I changed because it's really freaking hot and I need to have as little clothing on as I possibly can. I think I caught the sun yesterday, potentially. Anywho, I went up to my library to go and see which books I could find with colours in the title. Started off with not much luck, and then I realised to use my fucking brain and not just think about the general colour wheel. Like, you could use pretty much, well, not anything as a colour, but you know. And I brought a collection down. I don't know what of these I'm actually gonna read, but I've brought a collection down regardless to give myself options. Sorry, I was just trying to work out the math on those. So I thought I would just go through with you what I have, and then we can see how many of these I actually get through, maybe. I did bring down a stack of Kindle Unlimited, that sounds really weird, Kindle Unlimited books that I actually physically own that I was going to read instead, but I kind of fancy just doing this with the rules, you know, and doing it the way that Becca plans to do it. I am bringing this forward. It starts at 7, but I'm bringing it forward to 4 p.m. It's currently 20 past 3 now. I'm bringing it forward to 4 p.m. on the basis that tomorrow at 5 p.m. I'm actually watching Brave with my patrons. So I'm going to bring this forward to 4 p.m. and do it 3 hours earlier so that I can finish 3 hours earlier tomorrow and then watch Brave with my patrons at 5. Just so that I don't end up losing several hours at the end of it. So I will obviously catch Becca's sprints at 7, but at the other end tomorrow I will not. So without further ado, let's show you what's on my radar. I don't have preferences, I don't think, so far. We're just going to see how I feel because there's a huge mix here. The only thing I think I'm actually missing is potentially some romance, which is a shame. But again, I could have a look at my Kindle and see what I've got, see if I've anything on there with a colour. So to start off with, I do have Death Note volumes 2 to 6, which I know Death Note doesn't have a colour in the title, but Black Edition does. So we're going to bend the rules for this. I may pick up a 1 or 2 of these volumes, but I could read the fucking lot if I wanted to. We'll see what happens. They are potentials. I have Don't Cry For Me by Daniel Black. We have White Smoke by Tiffany D. Jackson. We have Black Girl Unlimited by Echo Brown. We have both black and brown in this title, which I didn't know until just now. We have Rainbow Grey, Eye of the Storm by Laura Ellen Anderson. Both rainbow and grey. Well, grey is definitely a colour. Rainbow is a combination of colour. The middle grade is The Night Silver Promise by Annalise Avery. Silver. The Silver Chain by Gian Shibani. And then we also have Blackwater, which is a graphic novel. It's in black and white as well. I don't know anything about this. I did pick up The Helm of Midnight by Mariana Lostetta. Midnight is a colour, she says, as a question. And then we have another middle grade, which is The Secret of Whitestone Gate by Julia Noble. So I think my definites are The Silver Chain and Blackwater. 1 or 2 Death Notes maybe. And then out of this stack, I think we are most likely with The Helm of Midnight, if I can get the audiobook anyway. If not, it's a no. Potential, Quick and Easy. I think I might be in the mood for a thriller, you know. The White Smoke. I haven't heard great things, but I don't know. So yeah, I think these are the most likely. These are definites with 1 or 2 death notes, but these are the most likely. We'll see what happens, but I'll keep you posted. It's now probably about 25 past, if not 3:30. So, oh yeah, 30 so I'm gonna watch a little bit of telly on the run up to and see what of these I can get the audiobooks for to help me get through, and I will check back in with you at 4 p.m. I need to get shufty on because I'm going to have some food before I go on sprints with Becca for her 24-hour readathon, which I am now 2 and a bit hours into, 2 hours 15 minutes into, and I have some updates for you. So I've finished a book and I'm partway through another. I basically decided that because the sprints don't start until 7, that I would watch Becca's read with me 2 hours of Pomodoro sprints, and they've really helped me get through one book and partway through another, so that's really helpful. So basically she goes for about 25 minutes I think, and then she has a 5-minute break, so repeated for 2 hours. So during that time period I have managed to finish The Silver Chain, which is a book written in verse, basically following a young girl who is I think 16, called Azadeh. Forgot for a minute then. Called Azadeh, and we follow her. It's mostly like a slice of life thing, but it's a little bit more deeper than that because we follow her during school. She goes to like a private school that she basically gets a scholarship for, and her mother is English while her dad is Iranian, so she always tends to struggle with identity and stuff because her dad has changed like his last name by default, and so that it's a more English name so that he can get jobs. He's an electrician. However, her mother is struggling with mental health. She ends up going into a very severe depressive episode, and trigger warnings in here for attempted suicide, so do be wary of that going in, but also depression and things like that, everything that comes into that, discussing mental health. And Azadeh basically gets herself in this situation where she stops talking to her best friend Phoebe about what's going on with her mum, because Phoebe seems to be hanging out with this other girl called Alicia. I think she's called Alicia, I can't remember now. It just gets to a point where she's feeling quite lonely. She's obviously devastated about her mum. Her mum ends up in hospital and stuff, and it's just a very good book told in verse with different illustrations and stuff about this young girl's life and about her struggle with being worried about her mum, trying to keep up with school. She also plays the violin, and it's orchestra is one of her favourite things in life. However, she starts to lose interest in that because she's too worried about her mum, and it's just a really nice book about that. It does go into the orchestra side of things quite a lot, which I don't have a great deal of interest in, but I do have an interest in music in general. But I gave it 4 stars. I think it was very well told. I listened to the audiobook. It's very fast paced. and I think it was really well told. I think the depiction of depression was very good. I related, as someone who does live with depression, I did relate to that side of things, however not so much the attempted suicide. Fortunately for myself, it has never gotten that bad, but it is a shame to always read it, and it, you know, it's heartbreaking. So I thought this was a very good book and a very good depiction of that. So first book down for this readathon, which I'm really happy with. The second one that I have started is Blackwater, which is a graphic novel. I actually have no idea what this is about. I haven't read the back of it, but I've gone into it anyway. I'm currently 96 pages in. I've stopped in the middle of a chapter. This is done in such a way that both of the authors are both illustrators, and they're doing a chapter each. So the characters look different between each chapter, which is a little bit bizarre. I've never read something like that before, but it is also fun. I'm enjoying it. The characters look very similar. It's just that the illustration styles are different for the chapters. So the first chapter is by one author, which is in black and white. And then the second chapter is by the next author, which is... it's also in black and white, but it's just that the chapter pages have a little bit of colour on them. That's what's going on. So this basically is about, welcome to the haunted town of Blackwater. Tony Price is a popular high school track star, an occasional delinquent aching for his dad's attention and approval. Eli Hirsch is a quiet boy with a chronic autoimmune disorder that has ravaged his health and social life. What happens when these two become unlikely friends, and a whole lot more in the spooky town of Blackwater, Maine. Werewolf curses, unsavoury interactions with the quarterback of the football team, a ghostly fisherman haunting the harbour, and tons of high school drama. I don't know if this is going to be queer or not. I'm assuming it might be. But so far we have had, like, there is this creepy, horrible bear thing in the woods that has attacked our good friend here, Tony, and these two have had a couple of interactions. Tony's got a quarterback friend that's a bit of a douchebag that has been severely bullying Eli, and I'm not here for it, and I'm really hoping Tony starts to stand up for him, because otherwise he's a terrible human being. And we have this character as well whose name escapes my brain right now, but I quite like her. She seems to put the quarterback in his place quite a bit, which I'm glad about. So Marcia, she's called. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. It's going well. I don't know if I've read like a black and white graphic novel before, but yeah, it's going all right. So this is my second read for the readathon so far. So I'm gonna go and get some food now, and then I will probably try and finish that off in the first sprint also, for the readathon once the sprints have started. And then I did decide that the rest of my TBR, I'm obviously not going to get through all of this, but will look something like this. So Rainbow Grey, The Eye of the Storm, 2 volumes of Death Note Black Edition, White Smoke by Tiffany D. Jackson, and also Don't Cry For Me by Daniel Black. I actually have the audiobook for this out at the moment from my library, and I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is actually prioritise White Smoke first. Okay, a little bit of time has passed, not a great deal, but it's 7:20 now. We just started our first sprint, which is going to be for 50 minutes. I am going to finish Blackwater. I will come back to it, but I am not going to pick up White Smoke because Becca's Patreons are very clever at this, but I did not think beyond standard colours. So, you know, like the colour wheel, I think I mentioned this earlier. So I am actually going to pick up something different, which Becca's just encouraged. It is a Kindle Unlimited, very dark romance with lots of bizarre, I think, kinks in it, and I've never read anything like this before. So I'm just waiting for it to load up on my Kindle. Are you going to refresh that I can tell the people what it is? There we go. Her Soul to Take by Hadley Larue. When Becca's looked into it, Larue is redhead or something in French. So I'm going to be reading that instead, which is about 500 odd pages, I believe. So this could be a risk, but we're going to give it a go and see what happens. I am intrigued. 493 pages. So it says, Leon, I earned my reputation among magicians for a reason. One wrong move and you're dead. Killer, they called me, and killing is what I'm best at, except her. The one I was supposed to take, the one I should have killed, I didn't. The cult that once controlled me wants her, and I'm not about to lose my new toy to them. Ray, I've always believed in the supernatural. Hunting for ghosts is my passion, but summoning a demon was never part of the plan. Monsters are roaming the woods, and something ancient, something evil is waking up and calling my name. I don't know who I can trust or how deep this darkness goes. All I know is that my one shot is survival. At survival is the demon stalking me, and he doesn't just want my body, he wants my soul. So there is lots of trigger warnings for sexual, well, content warnings for sexual scenes, kink, fetish content, horror elements, drug use, and depictions of hard kink edge play. So there's like a big content trigger warning thing, I think, from the author. This has been on my radar for a while. I am hoping that it'll be up my street, but like I say, I've never read anything like this before. So we're gonna give it a go and see what happens. But I thought I would just come on and let you know, so that I don't just come back and be like, oh, by the way, I'm like 200 pages into this book when you thought I was going to pick up White Smoke. So this could end up running me straight into tomorrow and be the only other book that I read for this vlog, plus Blackwater, which I am going to pick up as well. But we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work out, I will probably just revert back to my list. But let's go. It is 11:30 on Sunday, and I'm here to give you a reading update. Last night I did mention that I started reading Her Soul to Take by Hadley Larue, which I am currently in the middle of. I really enjoy that I have now figured out how to change the cover on this. I didn't know you could do it, and I kind of like it, especially with this cover because it's really pretty. So I'm really enjoying this book. It's all Becca's fault. It's your fault, Becca. But I'm here for it. So we're following Ray and we're following Leon. Leon is a demon, and he is currently being controlled by this family in town. Ray used to live in town with her parents. She grew up there, then they moved away for reasons. I think it was her dad's job or something, and she's come back now. She's a YouTuber and she vlogs supernatural beings and stuff. So she's come back because apparently this town is very supernatural-esque, and she reckons she's going to be able to try, like, get a ghost or an entity or something on camera. She's really just trying to boost her career on YouTube. She's sick of all these other people taking over her that keep faking it on YouTube, especially with like supernatural stuff. I think it would be easy to do. So she's sick of that. So she's come back to town. She's got this friend in town and she's been spending time with her, and she's at uni in town. Now, she ends up coming across Leon one day when she's trying to get into one of the buildings on campus where somebody was murdered not too long ago, and she wants to find out more. She's obviously hoping that there might be a spirit there or something. And she ends up coming across Leon at that point. Now, their relationship is very, very... lots of sexual tension. And this book is very, very spicy, very spicy. However, with Leon being a demon, he can obviously kind of shapeshift and make himself look human, which is how she didn't figure it out at first. But once it kind of comes out that he's a demon, he doesn't really shapeshift much in front of her, and he has like a split tongue. He has a very bizarre looking penis. And he's not, you know, he looks different. He is different. And yeah, watch out for the triggers in this book. I think I've already mentioned it, but watch out for the triggers in this book. There's like blood play and different things like that. So just be wary of that going in. But I'm really enjoying it. It's very angsty. I'm enjoying this. There's a plot to it as well. It's not just a spicy book, but there's a plot to it as well, and I'm really enjoying that. So I'm having a good time. It's a little bit spooky, I'm not gonna lie. Like the little, well, they're not little, but the things that are stalking her in the woods, the elves, they are creepy. They are very creepy, and it freaked me out a little bit last night in bed. I had to put it down by about like 3 o'clock. I had to put it down. I was like, I can't do it anymore. So I'm up to chapter 23 on page 215, so about 45% through, and I am hoping to finish this today before this readathon ends, which mine will end at 4 p.m. so I haven't got long. I've literally got, well, about 4 hours and 25 minutes now, because it's now 25 to 12. So I don't have long at all. So I really need to get a shufti on. Becca is doing sprints from midday, but what I'm going to do is see how I'm getting on with the sprints and see if I'm making progress enough. And if not, I might have to turn those off and just read on my own. And do it that way around, because otherwise I won't get through this book. I do still want to get through Blackwater as well. So there is that as well. So we'll see what happens. If need be, I may, if I don't manage to finish this and this before 4 o'clock, I'll run into my sprints after watching Brave this evening and just finish them off. I don't want them to run into next week because I already have a big enough TBR for that. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's where I'm up to. Again, I'm still only on page 110 of Blackwater. It won't take me long to get through this once I finally sit down and read it. But I'll use it for if she rolls a double, so I can switch to this and box it off and finish it. But I am glad I made the decision to switch to this, that's for sure. I'm having a really good time with it. So I'm going to go, carry on with it, get it finished, get it boxed off, and I will check back in with you when I've got an update for you.
The next day.
Hello, it is Monday and I'm here to wrap this reading vlog up. I went into this thinking that I might read several books. Like, well, I have read several books, but several more books. I had a nice, you know, put together physical TBR off of my shelves, and Becca went and ruined it all. I'm joking. She ruined it all in the best possible way, because my plans changed. So I did manage to finish 3 books, one of which I don't physically own yet because Cece sent it me. Thank you, Cece, you angel. But I did manage to finish 3 books. So the first one that I did finish, and now remember that the prompt for this reading vlog was colours. So the first one that I did finish was The Silver Chain, which is a novel told in verse about mental health, and it's a YA book, and it was really good. I did have a really good time with this one. Obviously the colour in this is silver. It was a good, well told story, and I gave it 4 stars. Then this did run over a little bit, so it was supposed to finish at 4 o'clock yesterday, which I stopped at 4 o'clock. I actually stopped earlier than that. I think I stopped about 3:15 because I had to make some food before oh no, it's 4:15. Yeah, because I had to make some food before I started my live show for Brave. And then we went into sprints with my patrons, and I wanted to finish the 2 books that I was in the middle of for this vlog. So I did run over a little bit, but the way I see it is that because I ended up on sprints, which I wasn't anticipating, I therefore did have quite a lot of breaks. So in between every single sprint, we stop and chat for like 20 to 30 minutes. So my reading of that is that I can run over a little bit and it's no bother. Listen, it doesn't fucking matter anyway. So last night I did finish off Blackwater, which is a graphic novel. It's a supernatural graphic novel about werewolves, and it's got ghosts in it and stuff as well. And it's following these 2 boys, Tony and Eli. And Eli has an autoimmune disorder and is also a trans man, and Tony is a gay man. And they are also struggling with family problems and stuff. Tony lives with his dad, Eli lives with his mum, and they don't pay them enough attention. either of them. And yeah, it was really good and I really enjoyed it, and I had a good time. It's just a general graphic novel and it's in like black and white, apart from the covers for each chapter, because the two different authors are both illustrators as well, so they illustrate alternate chapters, and it's really good. I really enjoyed it. I do hope they do a second volume. I don't know if that's the aim, but I enjoyed it. I wouldn't mind if there was a second volume. So had a good time with this one. And then the final book that I did finish was, well, I actually finished it before Blackwater, but I wanted to mention it last, was Her Soul to Take by Hadley Larue. And this one was the one I wasn't anticipating picking up. I didn't plan on picking up. I picked it up because of Becca, and I'm so glad I did, because boy was this book fucking good. By the way, I gave this 4 stars. Her Soul to Take was fantastic. I ended up giving it 5 stars. It is what I would probably call a monster romance. This is my first deep dive into monster romances, and I had such a good time. Very spicy book. I would give it a 5 on the spicy scale, and I had good fucking time. I've downloaded the next one already, Her Soul to Revenge. I think it's got tentacles in it though, and I'm not sure how I feel about tentacle porn, so we'll see how that goes. I want to deep dive straight into that, but I can't because I have so many other books on my TBR that I actually need to read for book clubs. So gonna have to come back to that one. It could be a holiday one, we'll see. But yeah, that's where I'm up to. So I managed to read 3 books this weekend, 2 4 stars and a 5 star, so I had a really good time. Nice easy prompt from Becca. So Becca, thanks for hosting and thanks for having me on the sprints over the weekend as well. It was so nice to hang out with her. I just love hanging out with her. And it was so nice to have a bit of time with her as well, and Bobby did join us as well on Saturday night, which was lovely, because I've not seen Bobby for ages. So yeah, I had a blast. Chat to me in the comments down below. Let me know if you've read any of these books, and if you've got any more recommendations like Her Soul to Take, because I am here for it. Don't recommend me Ice Planet Barbarians. I'm reading it in October for Literature Book Club. I know it's a monster, well, alien romance, so monster romance. But any others, chat to me in the comments down below, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye for now.